brain exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine and Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage on crazy honor. That you can't wait to comment on my mistakes and my blunders. Hey, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I'm the most hated, but play I'm taking your date and your woman. Oh dang, your date is your woman. I trade her later if you want her. And she bring friction like Raiden and Blanca. Statements behaving like Saint dangerous when drinking angry. The same with a mama. Pain with no gain is a bomber. Hit you with sticks.
What's good? What going on? This your boy Hen checking in, man. Episode 73 to the Pull Out Game Podcast. You already know the vibes, man. You know what's going on, man. This your boy Hen, man. I'm back for another episode, man. And look, man, episode 72, it was a success, man. Y'all show love. I appreciate y'all, man. And you know what I'm saying? We represented for Kobe, man. You know what I'm saying? Gigi and the other passengers that died in the helicopter. And you know, the Kobe 81 game, man, the 81-point game. Kobe did the thing, man. We had to highlight that. We had to put some shine on that episode, man, on that game that he had, that legendary game. So, yeah, man, you know, we had to represent for Kobe. But look, man, we at 73 now. Episode 73. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to go down, and, you know, a lot to catch up on. Of course, you know, the jerseys here, the craziest, coldest, most wildest, most unique, most dangerous, most craziest, most different, most greatest jersey collection on the planet right here, man. You know, I'm trying to think of words to say, man, because the jersey collection is insane, man. But look, the authentic jersey collection too. Let me get it right. Let me get it right. I don't want to get it twisted. But look, man, Pull Out Game Podcast, man. You know, I did a approach on episode 72. Since we are talking about 72, I did approach that, you know, I had the jersey already out, you know, and people was liking that, you know what I'm saying, because they like, you know, seeing the jersey hanging up. So I didn't do that on this episode. I had the jersey already out. But what I am going to do, it is something different I'm finna start doing. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. So, you know, I usually pull the jersey out like 11 minutes in, and you know, 12, 15 minutes after I done talk my stuff. But what I'm going to do is, I'm finna get ready to pull the jersey out, you know, have y'all guessing what it is, you know, like I've been doing, but I want to do it earlier, and, you know, and get that out the way, and then we'll have the jersey hanging up, and then, so, you know, while the jersey hanging up, I still gonna go back in the mode of talking my stuff, the topic we talking about, but y'all gonna see the jersey hanging up still. So then after we get, you know, done with the topics and talking, you know, the stuff we talking, we're going to get to the jersey, but at the same time, y'all going to see the jersey steady hanging up. So without further ado, what I'm finna do is, I'm finna pull out the first jersey. You know, so I'm going to pull the jersey out and, you know, let y'all see it. And, you know, y'all going to see it hanging up. But then I'm going to get back to the mode, you know, talk what I'm talking for the day on this episode. But the jersey going to still be hanging up. Y'all can see it while I'm talking. Then we're going to get to the jersey and the player and what he about and all that. Y'all cool with that? All right, cool. All right, but look, man, this jersey I'm finna pull out, like I said, this dude, he great, but he had a little help along the way too. But naturally, he great. I feel he didn't need certain things to make him better. He was already great, but we gonna get into why he took it and why he felt he needed to take stuff. And but like I said, the dude's legendary though. But who I'm finna pull out, the first jersey, man, the dude, the beast, man, still. But we're going to talk about everything I'm talking about and what I mean by this and that. We're going to get to it. But look, man, the first jersey I'm finna pull out, this guy right here, man. Man, y'all see who this is, man? Do y'all see who this is? Man, come on, man. The dude right here. Man, I'm telling you, this dude, he was a beast, man, but there's a lot of stuff went down too, man. But y'all probably, I don't know, like I said, y'all baseball head, like y'all might not know who this is. Y'all might do, y'all might don't. I have no idea what y'all know or what y'all don't know. But you know, got that, you know, got the Seattle Mariners patch right there. You know what I'm saying? And got the regular Seattle patch right here. I think that was the anniversary patch. Did the Seattle Mariners patch right there, the regular Seattle Mariners patch. The Cooperstown Collection tag, man, it's not a game, man. Y'all see the Mitchell in there, Cooperstown Collection. Come on, man. For real. But yeah, man. But yeah, this dude right here. But look, I'm doing all this talk. Y'all don't even know who this is. I'm showing all these patches. This right here is no other than the authentic all stick everything Alex Rodriguez, man. Yeah, Alex Rodriguez, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the first team he played with when he got to Major League Baseball, man. The Seattle Mariners, all stick everything. Alex Rodriguez, Seattle Mariners jersey. Stop playing with this guy, man. Yeah, man. He had a lot of things going on, man. We're gonna talk about that too, man. But y'all just hold tight. It going down, man. This all stick everything Alex Rodriguez, man. This thing a beast. It's a beast, man. Pull Out Game Podcast, episode 73. Yeah, man. You know it. Yeah, let's talk about Alex Rodriguez, man. Alex, man. Yeah. Look, man. We finna get to talking about Alex Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I had the jersey up a little quicker so y'all can see what's going on, man. Cause y'all be loving these jerseys, man. I know y'all be loving these jerseys, so I gotta get the jersey to y'all a little quicker. But I'm still gonna talk my stuff, but y'all gonna see the jersey hanging up, man. We're gonna switch it up a little different for here on out, man. Cause you know people love the jersey. You know the show theme is authentic jerseys too, so we got to show that more, forefront. So yeah, it turned out good last episode with the jersey already up and people loving that. I was getting good response about, they like the jersey like already up or up quicker. So hey, there it is, man. We finna hit y'all in the face with these jerseys, man. Stop playing, man. Just stop playing. It's finna get serious up in here. It was already serious before, but it finna turn up the heat a little more on that stove, But yeah, man, whatever in the oven finna be Cajun. We finna turn that oven knob up, man. But before we get in what we talk about, we're gonna get into the stats and who Alex Rodriguez was and all that going on. But look, man, I won't say this. Before I get into the stats of Alex Rodriguez, one stat that he got that's untouchable stat that Alex Rodriguez got, he hold a record for dating J-Lo the most. I'm just saying. Yeah, the man dated J-Lo like I don't know how many times, man. Him and Ben Affleck. I think Ben Affleck number 2. I give Ben Affleck the nod. I think he like married J-Lo like 2 times, Ben Affleck, but I don't know. But Alex Rodriguez, I think Ben Affleck broke up. They got divorced, him and J-Lo. I think Alex Rodriguez went back with her again. Like, yeah, they've been tag teaming, man. I'm talking about tag teaming. I'm talking about with no wrestling ropes, just tag teaming. You know what I'm saying? No wrestling ring or nothing. But yeah, we're gonna get to Alex Rodriguez. But look, man, I won't say this first. Man, rest in peace to Lil Jon's son, man. For real. Lil Jon's son. The producer, the famous producer for ATL, Lil Jon. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, you know what I'm saying? ATL, come on, man. He made the song Yeah with Usher and, Get Crunk and countless hits, man. Dude got hits for days, man. Loving Friend with Usher and Luda. Like I said, Yeah with Usher and Luda too, but he got countless songs, man, and man, come on, man. I'm just saying, man. He Freak Elite with Petey Pablo and countless songs, man. You go on for days, man. I feel Lil Jon is like he don't get enough credit from what he brought to the game. He brought a certain type of sound to the game, man. But his son had passed. His son was missing for like 2 or 3 days, and they had a search party out looking for him and everything. They could not find out where dude was at. And yeah, man, that was sad, man. That was real sad. Matter of fact, I'm see what his hold on, man. Give me 1 second, man. 1 second. Yeah, his name was DJ Young Slade. He was a DJ, of course, but I'm trying to see what his real name was. What was his real name? Let's see. Yeah, okay. His son name was Nathan Smith. That was his real name. I was trying to get his real name. But rest in peace, Nathan Smith, man. He been missing for some days. They finally found out, you know, that he was missing, and they finally found out the reason he was missing. And yeah, man, he ended up getting killed, man. I think they found him in a body of water, like a lake or something like that, or well, they found him somewhere, and yeah, they found him drowned in a river, a lake or somewhere. And yeah, that's sad, man. And it's crazy cause Lil Jon, I see him on like, interviews on the Breakfast Club, and cause Lil Jon, you be like the little skinny dude with the big glasses and with the long dreads, and he a real skinny type dude too. But man, dude done did a whole transformation on himself, man. Like, of course he still wear the shades, but he don't toned up. You know what I'm saying? Got real fit, and you can tell like the way he think, his mind state different. He, mentally he in a different space. He the epitome of somebody like leveled up and did a transformation and upgraded on their own self. So for all that to be going good and positive, and for something like that to happen to his son, man, that was like, and I know it ain't all about Lil Jon, it's about his son life too, but I'm just saying, just, your dad, what I'm saying, like his son, then, you had your dad that's doing all these big things, and now that dad got to witness his son in the grave like that, cause no parent, want to die, what I'm saying, no parent don't want their kids to die before them. So just seeing that and all the transformation and progress that Lil Jon made, for him to have to witness that. And I don't even know what happened either. I don't think nobody know what happened. They doing forensic tests and all that, but you never really know like what the reason somebody want to do that to him. But at the end of the day, man, that was sad business. I hate that happened. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? He was a DJ, and taking footsteps after his dad, cause his dad started off as like a DJ, street team promoter, and and of course he was a producer, but yeah, he started off basically like your dad was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like father, like son type stuff. But yeah, man, but rest in peace to Nathan Smith, you know what I'm saying? DJ Young Slade. And yeah, that was sad, man. DJ Young Slade, man. Um we just never know when our last day is gonna be here, man. We just never know. We just don't know, man. So everybody take it easy. Watch where you go, watch what you eat. So the key word is watch. Always watch. You know what I'm saying? Look out for yourself, man. Any way you can. You know what I'm saying? If you feel you shouldn't go to a certain place, don't go. Your conscience, it tells you stuff, man. Like when, your body aching or somewhere, or anything wrong with you, your body will let you know. So it's the same way if you should, if you have to go somewhere and you feel you shouldn't go in that area because it might be trouble or mess or danger or something, your conscience gonna let you know. Don't go over there. Listen to your conscience the same way you listen to a sharp pain in your body that had you needing to go to the doctor. So yeah, listen to your conscience, man. But I don't know. I ain't saying that Lil Jon's son went somewhere that he ain't supposed to go or nothing like that. I don't know what happened. I'm just speaking in general. We just talking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking my stuff, but talking some real stuff. But like I said, man, that's sad. I don't know what happened with dude. Like, I don't know what's the reason somebody want to do Lil Jon's son like that. Like, did he owe somebody some money? Was it over a female, or did he just want to get brownie points because, they knew that was Lil Jon's son? Or like, it no telling what that could have been, man. But no matter what it is, it ain't no excuse. Dude didn't deserve that, man. I mean, he didn't. Come on, man. Don't nobody deserve that, man. But yeah, man, rest in peace to Lil Jon's son, man. Nathan Smith, aka DJ Young Slade. And yeah, man. Prayer go out to the whole family, man. Lil Jon, whole family, man. For real. Yeah, that's sad. But look, man, we finna get to the first jersey. As y'all can see. Pulled it out. Pull Out Game Podcast. Done pulled it out. You know what I'm saying? Alec Rodriguez already here. So you already know what the vibes is, man. You already know what the vibes is, man. Like I said, man, hold the record, though. But being with J Lo the most, Jennifer Lopez, like he hold that record. That man went been with J Lo so many times. I think he probably with her now. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even talking about like with her now, like they go together. I mean that too, but I'm talking about like at this very second. He probably with her right now. I don't know. But that they bidding, do your thing. But look, man, we ain't here to talk about no marriage license or the dating game or no pop the balloon, Ben Affleck and J Lo and all this stuff. We here to talk about Alex Rodriguez, the baseball player. You know what I'm saying? The ball player. You know what I'm saying? The one of the big sluggers in MLB baseball, man. You know, that's what we here to talk about. But man, Alex Rodriguez, man, like I don't even know where to start with dude, man. Dude was a trip, man. In a good way though. Like, but he had his problems too, but we're gonna talk about that. But Alex Rodriguez, like I said, man, he was drafted in 1993. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't get no playing time. You know, he was really like a real young buck. Didn't get no playing time. So after that, you know, 94 they had the lockout, the MLB lockout. So it really wasn't no baseball playing 94 like that. And then, you know, 95, you know what I'm saying? He really, you know, they were just getting out the lockout. So he really didn't get no shine or no playing time for real. They still kind of getting accustomed to the players they already had. Because, you know, they're right after the lockout. They trying to get stuff situated. And they ain't finna put their best foot forward bringing still technically a rookie out there. You know what I'm saying? So, but 96, you know, that when he got a chance to shine, man, like dude did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He had a 358 batting average, man. You know what I'm saying? 36 home runs and 123 RBIs. Like, dude, I mean, this basically like a rookie type season. He still went behind the ear. He never really had no real baseball playing time. Cause look, let's go down the timeline. In 93, he was drafted. Didn't get no playing time. 94, they had the lockout. In 94, you know what I'm saying, they had the lockout. In 95, they still had like the, you know, they were still getting, you know, accustomed to him and trying to figure out what he about. But, you know, they still looked at him the rookie because he really haven't played yet. So 96, that when he got his first chance and he took off after that. And like I said, y'all, you know, the numbers I just said, you know, 358 batting average, you know what I'm saying, 36 home runs and 123 RBIs, you know what I'm saying, and 215 hits. So, yeah, dude was doing the thing, man. And then, you know, like, he was like the type of dude, though, man. I'll tell you something, man. Alex Rodriguez was like, he played for Seattle, but he appeased to the crowd as like a, what word I'm looking for? I get like a goody two-shoe type of innocent, I never do nothing wrong type dude. Like, you know, the nice people person athlete that people love. You know, the fan favorite, lovable athlete that they love. Like, you know, that was they guy. You know, and he the type, you know, he had that image like he would rather drink a glass of milk than drink a beer. Like, that's the image he gave to everybody. Like, you know, everybody adored him. Alex Rodriguez, we love him. He's so wholesome. He's so great. He can't do nothing wrong. He's so good at what he does, and he's a nice person, and he wouldn't even stab a imaginary person. He was just so great. Like, that's how they looked at him. They looked at him like that. And then, you know, so he played 7 seasons with them boys with Seattle Mariners, and then right after that, you know what I'm saying, in 2000, you know what I'm saying, it's like, man, he, you know what I'm saying, the ALCS, you know what I'm saying, they were so close to the World Series. Like, they were so close. They were so close to the World Series. But they didn't make it. And then right after then, you know, that's when it started being talks about, you know, him getting traded. Well, you know, but basically he said he wanted to leave though. And yeah, he wanted to leave, and you know, the Mets, they had a big campaign that they wanted him to, you know, be with the team. But then, you know, they backed out because they were saying like a lot of stuff. They were saying like Alex Rodriguez want like a personal big time billboard right by the stadium. He wanted a space for like to sell his own merch. He wanted a charter flight, you know what I'm saying? A jet, personal charter jet where he can fly his family and friends back and forth on the jet. And you know what I'm saying? And you know, in spaces for like I said, merging and just everything for him, and Mets weren't rocking with that, and they backed out the deal. And Seattle heard about it. They were like, "What the hell? Like, he really asked for all that? I thought he wasn't that type of dude like that." And it's crazy that they didn't rock with it. And Seattle had a meeting about signing him back, and the fans were begging him to come back. And he was kind of giving Seattle fans like a source of hope. Like, yeah, I might come back, man. And they offered Alex Rodriguez $95 million. He turned $95 million down, saying that's an insult to him. Like he really feeling himself. That good, wholesome, goody two shoe dude. The fans starting to figure out that's not really who we thought he was. Like, this not the dude that we was looking at this whole time. And he ended up getting a contract, offer from the Texas Rangers for $252 million. And he jumped on that. And he was like, peace. I'm out of here, Jack. Out like a light bulb. And he was gone. You know what I'm saying? And 2001, man, he got with them Texas Rangers, man. And he played with them 2001, 2003. And it was like bad blood between Texas Rangers. Well, not bad blood between Texas Rangers and Seattle, but Alex Rodriguez being on Texas Rangers and Seattle Mariners. They did not get along at all, man. And come to find out, in 2009, he got caught with steroids. Well, he was on trial for steroids, and they caught him and everything like that. So when he got caught, they, it come to find out, he said he was clean the whole time. Cause after he left the Texas Rangers, he got with the Yankees, and he said that the whole time he with the Yankees, he was clean. But he said he was taking steroids 2001 to 2003, and how it happened, they did like a test, and they found out he was taking steroids, and they found that out back in like 2003. They found that out, and ever since then he been vilified, man. It's like this this egotistical cheater slash, I've been putting on the front a whole time for the fans till I, get what I want type of dude. But at the same time though, and this is the thing too, he had that big contract, $252 million contract with the Rangers. And he told the judge and everybody, only reason he took steroid, cause he felt he was under so much pressure to live up to that big contract. You know what I'm saying? Cause around that time, that was like a contract that was unheard of. $252 million. And they had a lot of stuff in the contract, like, you can get the full $252 million if you do everything in the contract. You hit these amount of home runs, and you lead us to this and that, the playoffs, and get the amount of RBIs, and so it was like a lot of pressure on him to do that, to get that money. You know what I'm saying? Cause if he don't get all that money, basically he could have stayed with Seattle and got the $95 million. Cause they won't give you the whole 252. You probably would have got about 90, 80 million. You know what I'm saying? So in the back of your mind, man, I need to make sure I do right on their contract, everything they need me to do, cause I want the whole 252. So that's why he took the steroids, man. In 2003, he won AL MVP, and but he with the Yankees. He said he was clean, but by then, man, people was already like digging in on him for like his reputation, talking bad about him and stuff. But in my opinion, Alex Rodriguez didn't need no steroid. Dude was great, man. Did y'all hear the numbers when he was with Seattle though? What he did though? 36 home runs, man. 358 batting average, man. Come on, man. 358 batting average. Come on, dude. 36 home runs, 123 RBIs, man. Like, what we talking about here, man? So I don't know why he need the steroids. Like, the more you play repetition on something like that, he was already great. He won't do nothing but get better anyway. So I don't know why he felt he need to take that. But at the end of the day, Alex Rodriguez jersey is up here because he still was great. Like, I seen through the steroids. Like, it been players up here that, jerseys I done brought on here, they took steroids. Of course, had Roger Clemens on here. I had a Roger Clemens episode. It was other players too, but I had Roger Clemens on the episode not too long ago, and we talking about his steroid situation. But there's one player on here that I said I probably would never bring on here because he the one started all this mess. Jose Canseco. You know what I'm saying? You remember Rick Ross said Jose Canseco cause he snitching. Like everybody know about dude, man. I don't even think Rick Ross. I don't even know if Rick Ross, the rapper, watched baseball, but everybody know you ain't had to watch baseball. You know that Jose Canseco was a certified snitcher. Like I'm talking about walkie-talkies, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Singing telegrams, smoke signals, everything to tell on your people, man. He'll do it. But I did that was like the ultimate snitching, man. And then on top of that, he was telling on everybody that was taking steroids, and he was taking them. But he was saying like, I want to come out clean, and I want everybody else to face their demons too. So I want to snitch them and rat them out too, so they can come out clean. Cause if it wasn't for me, they'll never admit it, and that was so stupid. Like let them people live in their own lie or truth, man. They ain't up to you to decide. Man wrote a book. Jose Canseco wrote a book on this stuff and everything, man. But yeah, man, Allen Rodriguez, man, he was taking them steroids. Some people lie and say, "Oh, I didn't even know the medicine I was taking, it was banned from from MLB or the NBA or football. I didn't even know that. I was just taking this drug or to get back right with my body, and I didn't even know they were banned from the league. But Allen Rodriguez didn't say that. Allen Rodriguez, like one thing I give him, he mad though. He like, yeah, I took it and I need to take it because I'm trying to fulfill my obligation on the contract for the Texas Rangers. But man, look, man, before he got with the Texas Rangers, dude was a problem, man. Like he was a problem. Come on, man. Allen Rodriguez was like he was like one of them young phenoms, man. And then they had that song, "Who Let the Dogs Out?" Everybody know that song, "Who Let the Dogs Out." That song was a theme song for the Seattle Mariners. Like it came out around that time, and that song was the theme song for the Seattle Mariners. Like Who Let the Dogs Out? Like the Seattle Mariner players, they were them dogs. And when they unleashed on everybody, you had the Ken Griffey's and everybody. They had the young phenom, Allen Rodriguez. They had the superstar slugger Ken Griffey. They had the crazy fast pitcher Randy Johnson. They had a team though, man. They had a squad. You know what I'm saying? They had to do Jay Buhner. They had a squad. So that song was basically it was the theme song for the Seattle Mariners. Like Who Let the Dogs Out. I don't know if the dude that made Who Let the Dogs Out, I don't know if they made it just for Seattle, but if they didn't, when it ended up coming out and got popular, it became an automatic theme song for the Seattle Mariners. Just like Too Legit to Quit. That was the theme song for the Atlanta Falcons. I talked about that before. And Who Let the Dogs Out, the theme song for the Seattle Mariners baseball team. So yeah, I mean, it's what it is, man. But Allen Rodriguez, man, he progressed and did his thing, and he just did his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? But the steroid did help him do his thing too. But look, man, what we finna do? We finna pull the jersey up close and personal for y'all again, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. You know what's going on, man. Pull Out Game Podcast episode 73. Stop playing. Yeah. Allen Rodriguez, all still everything, man. That man, he been through some things, but what person haven't, man? Everybody go through stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody perfect. He felt he had to do what he felt he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't agree that he should have, but who am I? Who the hell am I to say what this man should do and shouldn't do? They just my small, 2 cent I put in, you know what I'm saying, the piggy bank. But at the end of the day, if he wasn't great though, if he wasn't great already, you want to see the jersey on the Pull Out Game Podcast. Dude, he still was legendary though, man. The dude was still legendary. What? He was still legendary. So yeah, this Allen Rodriguez all stitch everything, man. Come on, man. All stitch everything. Stop playing. Y'all see the vibes, man. Tell you, man, jerseys be clean, but jersey be clean, but But yeah. Yeah, man. This Alex Rodriguez all stitch everything, man. AKA I dated J Lo the most. How y'all feel about that? No, I'm just talking. But look, look, man, another thing too about Alex Rodriguez, I think in like 2021, he had bought the whole NBA team of the Minnesota Timberwolves. He bought them. Like, man got buku money. He bought the whole team, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the basketball, NBA basketball team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. He bought them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he had help, but mainly his name was on the slip. He bought them boys, man. And I ain't saying he bought them like they slaves or nothing. You know him, he bought the team. But he ended up buying them, and then it was rumbling that he was gonna take Minnesota team and turn it back into a Seattle-based team. Cause they had the Seattle Supersonic. Then it changed to the Seattle Sonic. Then Seattle got bought out and ended up the owner that did buy him out, Sam Presti and them boys, they end up moving them boys to Oklahoma City. So they changed Seattle to Oklahoma City. So, after then, I think after 2007, 2008 season, Seattle was gone. OKC bought them out. And ever since then, it ain't been no Seattle team. So 2021, Alex Rodriguez said he was going to buy them boys, man. Well, he did buy them boys. And he said he was going to change the city. And he was going to bring them over to Seattle. And he wanted to do that to make up for all the bad blood that the fans hated him for leaving Seattle. Because right after he left in 2000, in 2001, that Phenom came to the league. I pulled his jersey out too. Now, Ichiro Suzuki. I don't know if y'all remember that episode. I was talking about him too. But I pulled his jersey out, and he came a year after Alex Rodriguez left. Ichiro did. And could you imagine having Alex Rodriguez, Ichiro, Ken Griffey Jr.? What? That was like, come on, man. That would have been the three-headed monster. Then you had Randy Johnson at the pitcher. That'd been a four-headed monster. Like, man, that got championship written all over it, man. But a lot of people mad at Alex Rodriguez too for not waiting that out. And it could have been like them two beasts with Ichiro and Alex Rodriguez. Then you added, on top of that, I already had Ken Griffey, Jay Buhner. Them boy, man, come on, man. But they were mad at him, man, because he left so soon and he wouldn't take the $95 million. And they were just mad at him all the way up to then. They just been mad at him forever. And some fan bases don't never live nothing down. They don't never let nothing die down. They gonna always be mad. But he said he was gonna change Minnesota Timberwolves to a Seattle team. I guess call it Seattle Timberwolves or a Seattle with a whole nother nickname. I don't know, but he never did it though. They said he wanted to do that to make up, to the fan base that he left them and stuff, but he didn't do it, because like I said, Seattle needed a team in the NBA, and they didn't have one, so I don't know why he didn't do it. I don't know if somebody stepped in and said this and that, but I don't know, but he never did it. But either way, man, this Alex Rodriguez, man, he's still a beast. He still put up numbers. He just put up even bigger and better numbers because he had the steroid. But he, like he said, Bailey, he was saying, y'all could check me now, you know what I'm saying? But, or whenever, but, he wasn't in their prime no more then, so there wasn't really no reason for him to take steroids then. He was like, his career about done, so. But, yeah, they said 2001 to 2003 with the Texas Rangers, that when he was taking the steroid. He said, the pressure, man, the pressure cooker. He can't hold up. Like, the pressure, man, just by itself, man, he need them steroids, man, so, But it what it is, man, he still had a great career. He still had a long, prosperous career, had stumbles along the way, Can't forget, though, he with J-Lo. No. But, so, he had a good career and, and I would say he had a good life, but hell, the man ain't dead, so we ain't gonna go there. But, shout out to Alex Rodriguez. his jersey deserved to be pulled out because I wanted to showcase that it wasn't just steroids with this dude, man. He actually could play. He actually could play. And I know y'all probably saying like, well, if I go watch a highlight, how do I know that highlight I'm watching ain't no steroids in his body? Hell, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But all we know, he could have been taking steroids when he was Seattle. You know what I'm saying? He did put up some big numbers, man, to like just coming, fresh out the gate. His first time in the like a real legitimate shot at being in the lineup. Like 36 home run, 358 batting average, 123 RBI, 215 hits. Like, yeah, that them big numbers, man. But look, the man could have just lied and said he only took steroids that like 1 year in 2001. He didn't take it in 2002, 2003. But he didn't say that. He said I took him 2000. He said I took him 2001 to 2003, 2001, 2002, 2003. He could have just said 1 year or like a couple months. He said 3, so he was being honest. So that's why I give him the benefit of the doubt, because he could have lied about that if he wanted, but he did it. So I gotta give him props for that. Shout out to Ali Rodriguez. This that all stitch everything Seattle Mariners baseball jersey. Stop playing with this guy, man. And like I said, rest in peace to Lil Jon's son. And yeah, it was a tragic situation, man. Damn, it's life, man. Sad part about life, you just never know how it gonna come at you. We just never know, man. You just gotta live each day, each breath, each second to the fullest, man. For real, you know. But yeah, like I said, the Ali Rodriguez, all still everything Seattle Mariners baseball jersey, man. Stop playing, man. Who pulling out that A-Rod, man? In case y'all didn't know, that his nickname A-Rod. But yeah, if he had changed the Minnesota Timberwolves to a Seattle team, and brought him over there, I wouldn't be mad at that, man. I wouldn't be mad. But Minnesota's still around, man, and kicking and moving around. They still here, Minnesota Timberwolves, man. Shout out to Minnesota Timberwolves. Be honest though, man, the Minnesota fan base, the Timberwolves, they should be thanking A-Rod too, because they could have, he could have took that fan base away from them. I don't know if the Minnesota Timberwolves would have been like rooting for like Seattle, because they still kind of like the same base product team. Like that, they just, it's the same organization. They just changed the city, like with OKC and Seattle. It's kind of the same organization. You know what I'm saying? They just changed the city, but it's still the same kind of conglomerate of what's going on. But I don't know. But like I said, Minnesota Timberwolves fans should be thanking A-Rod for not even moving them and like deciding to just keep them just like chilling where they at. So yeah, shout out to A-Rod though, man. But like I said, dude had a great career, man. He showed his greatness even before the steroids hit, but the peer pressure got to him. So don't let that peer pressure get to y'all, man. That's all I can tell you, man. You know what I'm saying? You seen no after school commercial, man. Here, take a hit of this joint. And then, the Dare program, pop they sign out, don't do drugs, don't do, back then they were calling it pot. P-O-T, don't do pot. You know what I'm saying? Just say no to pot and drugs and all that stuff, You know how they did, man. But peer pressure, it's a hell of a drug, man. It's a drug that I never had a problem with, because I never was down with peer pressure. Nobody could peer pressure me to do nothing. Even when I was a young kid, even now, like, that's one thing I always instilled with me. Never no peer pressure. I know they're saying too, well, money involved, it could bring the peer pressure. I don't care, man. If I don't want to do it, I just don't want to do it, man. I love money, but money ain't everything, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things, but it ain't everything. It's damn near everything, but it ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? So, feelings and emotions and, even when you die, you can't take money with you. So money can't be everything. You know what I'm saying? So, you might have a certain feeling about something. Money is not going to cure that. You know what I'm saying? You might have mental problems, a mental situation going on with your health, or something you think about that stress you out. Money is not going to cure that. You know what I'm saying? They said it's way more majority of rich people depressed than regular citizens. I mean, that's what they saying. So what that should tell you about money then. You know what I'm saying? We need money. Don't get me wrong. Money is needed, but it ain't everything. But look, man, this Allen Rodriguez all-star everything Seattle Mariners baseball jersey, man. Stop playing with me, man. This the first team he got with when he got on the scene in Major League Baseball, man. You know what I'm saying? Young buck fresh on the scene, man. Then he said he called his mama 5 times a day around that time. Like I told you, the goody two shoe. Seattle loved this dude, man, and he just pulled a fast one over them, man, and he up and dipped, and when that money came along, and he won all these charter jets and this and that. He became the diva when he got with Texas. And Seattle fan was tripping when they found out, damn, he really like that, like deep down. So, and then he ended up leaving too. So you end up being like another type of person, and you took all that money and left. So, yeah, they just never forgave you after that. And then he was throwing little shots and stuff behind the scenes and stuff like that. And yeah, it was a lot going on, man. But look, this A-Rod all-star everything Seattle Mariner baseball jersey. Stop playing. Y'all know I've been saying that because that's what it is. And the dude great, man. He is. Steroids or not, dude was great, man. You know what I'm saying? But look, y'all hold that thing down, man. Get ready for segment 2. And this A-Rod, man, all-star everything Seattle Mariner jersey. And I'm up out of here, man. Oh yeah, A-Rod, tell J-Lo I said, what up? Nah,
My brain exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine or Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage, I'm crazy honor.
What it do, man? What it do, man? Episode 73, segment 2 to the Pull Out Game podcast. I'm back like that mean boomerang I am, man. You already know it, man. Look, man, y'all already know the vibe. Y'all know what's going on. Like I said, we're going to get to the jerseys quicker. Y'all like the jerseys hanging up. Want to talk about stuff too. So look, man, going to have the jersey pulled out. So we finna going to get to the first jersey. But we get into the conversation we're going to talk about. Then we're going to get to the player. You know how we do pull out game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know, man. It's the pull out game, man. That's my people, the pull out game. But without further ado, let's get to the second jersey of the day. Man, legendary. Look, man, really, I ain't really got to say much on this dude, man. Like, to start off self-explanatory. Most of y'all know about this dude. The dude is famous and famous name and famous everything, man. But we're going to get to it, man. We're going to talk our stuff. And then we're going to talk about the player, all that good stuff, man. But look, they're going to get to the jersey. This next jersey I'm pulling out is this jersey, this dude right here. Let's get it. And y'all already know what it is, man. Oakland Raider number 34, man. Oh, that patch right there is dope too, man. Look at that Oakland Raiders patch. Come on, man. It's not a game right here, man. NFL patch, all that, man. Come on, man. It's not a game. And 34 on the sleeve right there. But look, 34 on this sleeve too. Right there, the 34. But look, man, who is this 34, man? A lot of y'all should know this, you know what I'm saying? This right here should be a given, man. All-star everything, man. Bo Jackson, man. Bo Jackson, Oakland Raiders jersey. Stop playing, boy. Yeah. Then, you got the NFL tag and, come on, man. But look, yeah, this all-star everything, Bo Jackson, man. Yeah, Bo Jackson. What y'all know about Bo, man? Bo knows baseball. Bo knows football. Shit. Bo knows track and field. Bo knows everything. Yeah, man. Bo Jackson, man. Legendary right here, man. I done pulled out some Bo Jacksons already on the show. I don't know if y'all remember I pulled out Bo Jackson high school football jersey. Bo Jackson high school football jersey. I pulled out Bo Jackson AA baseball jersey. The Memphis Chicks jersey. Oh, see, y'all don't know nothing about that, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? But I got some old Bo Jacksons too, man. I'm going to pull out too, man. A lot more, man. A lot more. Did I pull out a Bo Jackson baseball jersey? I don't even think. Well, yeah, the Memphis Chicks is a baseball jersey, double A baseball. But I don't think that's the only baseball jersey I've pulled out so far. But y'all stay tuned. Kansas City Royals, California Angels and Chicago White Sox. You know what I'm saying? His Auburn Tiger football. Man, it's a lot, man. Come on, man. Yeah, Bo Jackson, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about old Bo. Yeah, man. Bo Jackson, man. Y'all already know, man. This dude, he's a one of a kind dude, man. And I mean, he was born in a family of 10. He was like, I think he was born. Yeah, he was the eighth oldest out of 10. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And Bo Jackson, he always, he never like he was real shy. And some that I don't know a lot of y'all know about Bo Jackson growing up, but Bo Jackson had a bad, I'm talking about bad stuttering problem. And then he used to be so embarrassed about it. And then he said that the most thing that he ever hated to do is like read in class. He hated to read in class. He didn't like doing it. He didn't like to get called on to read something. He didn't like to ask questions. He didn't like to answer questions because he was so embarrassed. And then once he do talk in class and like he see somebody laughing, like whoever laughing the loudest, he'll look back on them and like, man, you after school, punk. And that was it. Like, and they knew Bo Jackson did not play, so they laughed at his reading, but they ain't laugh at his hands though. Bo Jackson, like he always fought. He always fought. And I know one time, well, one person he didn't fight with, his mama though. You know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, his mama was like she raised all of them a single parent, all them kids, single parent, no father figure at all. And that's crazy. 10 kids, no father figure, mama doing it all by herself. Bo Jackson, that's where he get his strength from. He physically strong, but he mentally strong too. Cause he get it from his mom. You know what I'm saying? So, but she always used to work 3 jobs. Like even though it was killing her, she had a peace of mind just knowing that everybody was taken care of. They had a roof under their, a roof over their head. And, that's all she cared about. Even though it was like dragging her through the mud to work like that, she like, that's worth it though. Making sure me and my kids straight. So, she working 3 jobs, like really just working, man. You know what I'm saying? And Bo Jackson, man, I know one time they said Bo Jackson, his mama asked him to wash the dishes. And then, I think he just like left football practice or something. And he like, Mom, I just left practice and stuff, and you want me to do this and do that? Like, I'm just one person. And then he walked away, said some more stuff under his breath. And he didn't think she heard what he said. But she heard everything. She got so mad that she grabbed a gun and pointed it to him. And then she like, all right then, Mr. Superstar, let's see if you can outrun this. Outrun that bullet. I was like, what? Mama was not playing. And then he been tightened up, man. He love his mama though. I just one of them things happen like that, man. That's crazy. And I don't want to just say one of them things happened like she just passed him a napkin or something like that, or he checked out a library book. That wasn't normal. That ain't one of them things just happened for real. Let me check myself on that. That's crazy. Like, but yeah, that was wild, man. That she pulled the gun out on Bo, man. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Let me see if you can outrun that bullet." You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I don't know. She said, "Let me see if you can outrun this bullet." But he used to play baseball and football, and you had to catch stuff. And I think she probably said, "Let me see if you can catch this bullet." I don't know. It was one on run from this, outrun this bullet or catch this bullet. It was one on. But I was like, man, mama was not playing with Bo, man. And then another incident happened with Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson, he had like this group of homeboys he had, and he was like the leader of the rock throwing gang. They had like a clique. Now all they do is like go around and throw rocks and stuff at like houses and people, stuff like that. And then Bo Jackson came across a farm, And a farm he came across, him and his buddies walked up to this farm and they start throwing rock at this big ass, damn near 300-pound pig, big ass pig. And they were throwing rock. I'm talking about big rocks at him, throwing it. And they threw so many rocks at the pig that they ended up killing the pig. And then, they end up running off, but the sheriff end up tracking them down and, end up going to Bo's house. And, they tracked him down, find out him and his buddies the one killed the pig. And then mama got so mad and they pressed, the dude that had the pig, he pressed charges. And Bo Jackson, mama said straight up, I ain't let him out. You know what I'm saying? If y'all lock him up, I ain't gonna get him out. Y'all press charges, that's what he get. And then basically mama said, mama was on the tip like, look, he need to be locked up anyway. Cause you went around throwing all them rocks at a pig and you could at least brought it home for us to cook the motherfucker. Mama said, you gonna do all this and even had the courtesy to bring the pig home so we can cook and eat it? So you just gonna kill the pig and then get locked up and we don't gain nothing from this situation. No pig eating or nothing. No ribs, no chitlins, no pig feet, no bacon, nothing. You just finna go to jail. But, after then, he tightened up. He became more locked in his sports, man. And, he did his thing in college. He went to Auburn. Come on, man. Like I said, I pulled out Bo Jackson high school jersey, man. Dude was a phenom, man. And, like, Bo Jackson, he could have been a pitcher in baseball because he was great at pitching. He had an arm. Bo Jackson could have. It's crazy that people don't even know Bo Jackson started off being a pitcher too, like in baseball, instead of running back and or like an outfielder for baseball. He was a pitcher for baseball, and only reason he stopped being a pitcher in baseball because he was basically saying that position is boring. You just stand on the mound and just throw the ball and you don't move. See, Bo Jackson was in the movements. He was in the action. He was in the moving around. And he ain't like that position that it's a big time position, but all you do is just stand there, lift your leg up, throw the ball to the diamond. He didn't like that. He felt like it was a boring position. So, then we, branched out, started playing like outfield where you got to run and catch and coordinate your eye to the ball and the glove. You know what I'm saying? He was into stuff like that. So that worked out for him like a lot better. You know what I'm saying? A lot better. But look, man. While we talk about Bo Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Bo the man. We gotta talk about Bo, but look, I want to talk about this too, man. Before we get some more into Bo, I want to talk about, and I know this like flip the situation, but like this switching up a little different. I want to talk about the Glorilla situation. This like a little interlude or commercial to like the show. You know what I'm saying? Look at this as like a commercial or a little advertisement or a little side piece segment. But we'll talk about the Glorilla situation. Glorilla, she got a sister, Scarface Woods, and she was coming out, been talking about all kind of stuff, talking about how Glorilla don't, she got all that money and she never looked out for family and she leaving everybody hanging and the Scarface Wood girl, she like a dyke stud female. And she got short hair and she come off like she could be like, characterized as a dude. Like she's not a dude, she's a woman, but that's how she coming in. But yeah, it's got real messy. She's saying like Glorilla made all these tons of money and millions and never looked out for family. The Scarface Wood sister, the sister saying Glorilla never looked out for her, never looked out for the mama, for the daddy. But mama got text messages saying like, thank you for having our back and looking out for me and saying the daddy got a car and threw a little money at him and Scarface Woods, the sister just like bitter as hell, like talking about she ain't worth nothing, she fake as hell and she ain't really you know, she ain't really the person that y'all think she is, and all that stuff, man. And my thing is this, man. My take on that. My take on that. I mean, it. I look at it like this, man. Scarface Woods, the sister, you know, I mean, it really basic down the middle. She felt how she felt about the situation. And you know what I'm saying? Glorilla felt how she felt by not giving her no money. So they both standing on how they feel, and Scarface Wood feeling like she need to tell because that's the only way that I can get my sister attention. But at the end of the day, Glorilla did help you though, because by you speaking that story, people are interested in you because of your sister name. So basically, she was helping you without you even noticing it, without even like realizing she was helping you. Like she gave you this fame, or you doing all this talking, and then you know I'm really like this, man. If Glorilla had like a bad upbringing and nobody looked out for her, and well, I feel like you know it you know, reading this topic so big because of thin line on how that could go. It could go either way. You could have a stance on it like Glorilla should give back, and some people say she ain't obligated to to give back. But it's really at the end of the day, man. I can't speak on stuff like that, man. Like Glorilla just doing how she felt, man. I don't think like Glorilla like a real dirty person. I think whatever her actions is, and I'm not saying she perfect either, but I'm just saying whatever her actions is, she doing that because that's what she's standing on. Like she's standing on what happened. Like she might don't want to give the family no money. They might have been treating her bad coming up. You know what I'm saying? You know, they had a situation with 50 Cent, and he had a homeboy, close homeboy named Bangle Smurf. They said Bangle Smurf always used to like look out for 50, like, you know, when like somebody was after 50, like, you know, they said Bangle Smurf ready to lay like he ready to lay the gun like on the table for 50. He was ready to like shoot anybody for 50, you know, and like he'll do anything with 50. He was sleeping like trap house with 50 like to protect him. And then he wasn't no big dude, he was just real crazy. 50 was bigger than him. 50, they said 50 Cent had hands and he sold drugs and stuff like that, but you know, Banger Smurf was just one of them people that just didn't care. He'll shoot, fight anybody for 50. He'll go against his own mama for 50, they were saying. And you know, so Banger Smurf ended up getting locked up for like a charge. I forgot what charge it was. It really don't matter. But he got locked up for a charge. And at the time, 50 Cent had just dropped Get Rich or Die Trying, and he had dropped it for some weeks, and he was making millions on millions of dollars, you know, and I think Banger Smurf need like 75,000 to get him out. This the same dude that had 50 back. They had 50 back, but 50 didn't want to do it. He didn't want to let him out. This the same dude that been riding with 50. 50 didn't get him out, and then Banger Smurf, they had to end up putting his mama house up for sale. You know what I'm saying? And like they put the mortgage up, they put everything up for sale just to bail Banger Smurf out. And after then, you know, been beef and stuff. But then I heard a backstory though. That 50 Cent ended up having Banger Smurf on tour or something like that. I think he ended up bringing him on tour when he like, you know, when he got out of prison, and it was cool. But then Banger Smurf started like violating the bus and started like doing stuff that he wanted to do, started causing problems with the staff, and 50, he was like real, you know, Banger Smurf real problematic. He kicked him off the bus. And then he like, for now, you got to fend for yourself. You know what I'm saying? He was real problematic. So, you know, a lot of people say, why he didn't get Banger Smurf out and all that stuff. But when he did get out, he gave him a chance, and stuff went haywire. You know, he started being reckless. And 50 Cent like, I gave you a chance, but now you got to fend for yourself. But see, that's the backstory that people want to know, you know, when they talking about 50 didn't let him out. So my point is this. We don't know the whole backstory of what happened with Glorilla and her sister and her mom and dad and stuff like that. I feel she should give something to her mom and dad, but if her mom and dad treated her bad though, then it kind of dicey. Like I feel Glow a little bit. Like, you know, came up, didn't do nothing for him, and you know, and treated her like dirt, and you know, it made it hard for her as a kid growing up. That's a thin line between that. But at the end of the day, Glow doing what she wanted to do, how she wanted to do it, and Yeah, man. So that's all I gotta really say about that, man. Glow just doing how she feel like, I trust in her judgment that she doing the actions that she doing or not doing because how she strongly feel inside, not just because she a dirty person. It's something might have happened that we don't know about. So and like I said, she made that money, and they go back to we talking about last episode. We talking about the homeless man and Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan wasn't obligated to give dude that money. The homeless man. We talked about. Go back on episode 72. You know what I'm saying? And you will hear me talking about that. But look, man, at the end of the day, Glow doing what she wanted to do. It's her money, her life. It's a reason she's doing the way she doing. She making a lot of money. I know I ain't counting no pocket, but everybody know Glow making money. She make alone, but like just one show, she might be bringing in like 100 racks. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a reason she doing that though, man. We don't know what these folk been through, man. You know what I'm saying? And the sister just bitter though. You know what I'm saying? And talking about she so hungry that she probably almost thought about eating roaches. Man, I don't give a damn how hungry I am. I ain't eating no damn roach, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let my insides swallow my insides if I eat a damn roach. I ain't doing it. Can't do it, won't do it, just never do it. What are we talking about? A roach? Come on, man. Like, hell, if you would eat a roach, just go on Fear Factor, man, and get in one of them contests. They, you know what I'm saying? They $50,000 for prizes, man. That's what they doing over there. But just eat some roaches, man. They might have to eat more than one roach. But they doing stuff over there. I don't know if Fear Factor's still on, but that's what they got going on over there. So why not eat a roach for some money? I mean, if you eat some roaches, man, if it's that serious, man, I think she was doing that for clout. She was doing that to make herself feel more, below level, so people feel sympathy for her. And she wasn't thinking about no damn roach, man. I promise you that. But maybe she was. I don't know the trenches that she was in. I don't know what Glow had going on. I don't know what the mama. The mama said everything good. The daddy ain't really said nothing. So on the mom and dad end, they trying to keep the peace. And sister like she want war out here. You know what I'm saying? She did video with the comedian Skinbone, and so she getting the name out there. It's getting out there. So I mean, you still could thank Glow because if it wasn't for Glow being famous, all this ranting and raving wouldn't mean nothing from nobody. But you rant and rave all about Glorilla, look what it got you, man. So she really did help you. You know what I'm saying? Without you even realizing it. But that's another story for another day. But look, let's get back to the Bo Jackson story. You know what I'm saying? All stitch everything, Oakland Raiders, Bo Jackson, man. You know what I'm saying? All stitch everything, Oakland Raiders, Bo Jackson. And look, man, this the same Bo Jackson that used to run people blood pressure up on Tecmo Bowl, man. That man used to do all that running around the field. Y'all seen them videos. Y'all actually played the game. You run all over the field. No matter what you do, you could not stop this dude on Tecmo Bowl, man. You can't stop it. No matter what you did, you cannot stop what dude did, man. And Bo Jackson was that lethal in real life that had to make him on the game like that. Bo was that guy, man. Bo knows video games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bo, he was the truth, man. But reason I highlighted this Bo Jackson too, of course, like the Bo Jackson he most known for is the Oakland Raiders. Everybody know, like, out of all the baseball and football teams he played for, this the most notable time people know Bo Jackson for. Like, he played with the Oakland Raiders. And it was one game they was playing the Cincinnati Bengals. And they played them, and Bo Jackson, he run hard, man. He run hard. And when somebody tried to tackle him, they grabbed him by his ankle. And then when they grabbed him, he fell, and they like kind of pulled on his ankle, made it like pull it, like hyperextended his leg, cause it like they yanked on his leg, and they yanked on it so hard that it messed with his ribs. I mean messed with his hip. You know what I'm saying? Cause your leg and your hips, got kind of all connected together. And when they yanked it, his leg, it hyperextended his leg, and it caused like problems with his hip. And he thought that it was hurting real bad, but he like, I don't had injuries before. I might can shake it off like that. But man, come on. They took dude to the hospital, man. And they looked at an x-ray and they like, look at that, what do you see right there? And then he didn't come make out what it was, like a black area right there. But they found on the X-ray that was blood, like in his hip, like a I don't know would say like a blood clot or nothing, but it's like blood in his hip, and you know it started messing with his hip, and he just became real. His hip became real bad after that, and that led to him having hip surgery, and after then he got the hip surgery. He just was never the same, man. But he caught that you know that hip injury. What I'm saying, hyperextending his leg, like somebody pulled on his leg, and it messed up his hip real bad. And yeah, he never been the same after then. Kansas City Royals let him go because they weren't really keen on him playing two sports like that. But Al Davis, the football owner for the Oakland Raiders, he loved it though because he said he want to have the first athlete that play both sports, and he want them to be an Oakland Raider. And Bo Jackson became that dude. And then Bo Jackson ended up getting with Chicago White Sox, and they showed a clip of Bo Jackson running down the first base, and he was like running so awkward. It was crazy how awkward he was running, and it just kind of let you know like it was sad because not even sad by the way he was running. It was just sad that we were just uh, looking at Bo Jackson deteriorate before our eyes, you know. So that was sad though, man. But yeah, Bo Jackson, Mr. Tecmo Bowl, man, what I'm saying? He was no joke. You know what I'm saying? He was no joke. Walter Payton was on that thing, not playing no game on Tecmo Bowl, but Bo Jackson, man, he was that dude that do not even mess with dude, man. You can't do nothing with him. All them people on the field, and it makes so bad. Bo Jackson run towards the end zone, and before he get to the end zone, he'll stop at the 1 yard line and run back the other way and see if you can still tackle him. You still trying to tackle him going the wrong way, then he'll go back to to the other 1 yard line, to the opponent 1 yard line, and then he'll run back towards his end zone. They trying to tackle him again. And like, man, there's videos online about that. I mean, I done did that before too. Bo Jackson, he got like this swiftness on Tecmo Bowl. It's hard to beat him, man. It's hard to get to him. They just made a glitch when they made Bo. I never seen a bigger glitch in a video game than Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl. That was like unheard of. That was crazy. But like Bo Jackson, man, he played 38 games, what I'm saying, with them boys, 23 starts. He rushed for 2,782 yards, 16 touchdowns, catching 40 passes at 352 yards and 2 scores. You know what I'm saying? Recorded two of the longest runs in team history, 92 yards in 1989 and 91 yards in 1987. You know what I'm saying? His 221-yard rushing performance against Seattle in 1987 is the second best in team history, man. And I mean, Bo Jackson could have been so much more than what Bo Jackson like one of the biggest what ifs in sports, the biggest what ifs in sports history, man. He got to be in the top three. I'd probably say number one or two. Cause Bo Jackson was a freak of nature, man. Like before everybody was saying like how LeBron is a freak of nature and this and that, but Bo Jackson was doing this way back in the 80s, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude had a great career, man. I just hate that everything that happened to him, and it led to that, man. What did dude never yanked on his leg and hyperextended his leg and messed up his hip the way it did? We probably say Bo Jackson. I don't know. We probably be looking at Bo Jackson as like one of the greatest players ever in both sports, baseball and football. And I hate that because Bo Jackson's career was cut short. His career was cut so short, man. Like, they don't never put him in the greats of running backs. They say he's a talented running back, but they never put him in the greats with the Walter Payton, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smiths, and, all them, man, the Earl Campbells and them boys, man. But, they had a longer career, but you don't have to have a long career to know how great dude was, man. Bo was like one of the greatest, man. And it just got cut short, man. I hate that happened, man. I do. I really do, man. Bo is, like I said, though, man, but even though his career got short, he's still on the pullout game. He was that great. You know what I'm saying? Even though Allen Rodriguez took the steroids, he still was that great. You got to be great to be on this podcast, like your jersey, your authentic, man. I'm showcasing and talk about nothing but the greats, man. So I can tell somebody great beyond a circumstance. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. But look, what we finna do? Finna pull out the Bo Jackson, All-State, everything. Oakland Raiders jersey again. Stop playing, man. Yeah, man. It's that Bo Jackson, man. Y'all stop playing with this guy, man. Yeah. Bo Jackson, man. What y'all know about Bo? Bo knows the pullout game is the best. No, no lie. But yeah, man. Bo Jackson, All-State, everything, man. Damn, Bo, why you killed that pig, man? You ain't take that pig and at least take it to mom so you can put it in the stove, man. You know what I'm saying? Put it on the grill or something. Damn, Bo. Mama said, keep him locked up, cause then he couldn't have the curse. He'd even kill the pig and bring him home so we can cook it. Like, Mama wasn't playing. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yep. This Bo Jackson, man. All-State, everything. What can I say, man? Bo is the man. He had a great career. Even though it cut short. But man, you can't sleep on Bo Jackson, man. This Bo Jackson, man. So yeah, I know Bo Jackson had the little high top, little flat high top fade he had and stuff. And Bo, he was like one of a kind player though, man. A player that we never gonna see again. We never ever gonna see again. There's a lot of players, that came up around them time. Like to this day, I never seen nothing close to him. And Bo Jackson, he one of them, man. But yeah, man, had to show love to Bo Jackson, man. The Oakland Raiders jersey, man. Like I said, Tecmo Bowl. If y'all don't know about Tecmo Bowl, go on YouTube, watch some highlights of Tecmo Bowl, man. Dude was not playing no game, man. Dude was a beast. But yeah, this Bo Jackson, All-State, everything. Oakland Raiders jersey. I mean, what else you want me to say, man? This that guy. You know what I'm saying? But look, y'all get ready for segment 3. Y'all know what's going down. You know what I'm saying? Got a crazy jersey for y'all, and it's on the way. Y'all stay tuned, man. This episode 73, man. Segment 2 and segment 3 on the way. Y'all hold that thing down, man. I'm out. Choo.
My brain is exhausted, I'm thinking awkward. Lanes I make you eat a plate of sausage made from Lorraine Bobby. I may be modest, you paying homage on crazy honor.
Don't save her, don't save her, don't save her, Oh man, come on, man. Reciting a little that J. Cole, man. You know what I'm saying? Some old J. Cole, but J. Cole finally dropped his album, The Fall Off. You know what I'm saying? With a double disc album. And I heard both discs. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say disc. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate to say disc because I brought up in that era of CDs and stuff. So it was a double disc album. And I seen a video of J. Cole. He actually like going around like different cities with a trunk load of CDs and selling them straight out of his car. Like with the plastic over the CD covers and case and everything, like it came actually out the store. You know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole from that era, man. That's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? I love that era too. I love J. Cole that he still remember them times, man. Like, come on, man. That era, like one of the best days of CDs, man. Tape cassettes and all that. It was just one of them times, man. Just you had to be there to know what I'm talking about. But J. Cole finally dropped his long-awaited album, The Fall Off. And I heard it, you know what I'm saying? This one was like, he had the first one like 29, and then the second disc was 39. And yeah, that's what he called it. You know what I'm saying? Like with the diss and stuff. But this one, the 29, it was straight. It was good. It came out. He was cooking, you know. But then 39, the second disc, the part two, the second disc, it was, to me, it was better. I think lyrically, he was doing the thing. He was showing different ways that he could word play and rhyme, and he had a lot of topics that was dope. I don't think the shock value was there as far as like uh, catchy lines, but he had good lines that stood out lyrically. Him rapping, but it wasn't really no shock value there. It's like, you know, cause Joe Budden called it boring. Say he said lyrically he was rapping, but it was boring to him. And a lot of people like, you crazy, you crazy. And Joe Budden is a lyricist. Like he really rap. So I kind of feel what Joe Budden was talking about though. It's like he was lyrically giving it to you, but it was like, you know, it's like somebody hungry and somebody served them chicken and they really hungry and they eat it all, and it didn't taste bad or nothing, and it made you full, but it had like a lot of flavor to it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? But overall I thought J. Cole album was good though. I don't think it was trash or nothing like that. I think lyrically he was rapping his behind off. He really doing his thing though. But J. Cole, man, I rock with J. Cole, man. You know what I'm saying? I rock with K. Dot, Kendrick, and yeah, man. It's crazy that Kendrick Lamar had dropped that double disc album. Then he dropped the GNX album, and then he ended up getting all these awards and stuff, and him and J. Cole. I don't know if they beefing or not. That Drake situation, all that. But anyway, yeah, that's crazy. But look, man, J. Cole album from 1 to 10, I would probably give it like a 7.5 or 8. Probably a 7.5 or 8. I'm leaning between a 7.5 or 8. One of those two. I'd probably say an 8 though. I give it an 8. I give it a no. I don't know. I'm leaning between 7.5 and 8. It's between one of those. But you know, pick how you want to pick it. Like, some people call it a 10, but like people that like real like lyricists, like really rap, like some people like really critique stuff a little different, a little more locked in. Like they see stuff different ways because they do music. But don't get me wrong, J. Cole rapped it behind all. He did his thing though, man. So I can't take nothing away from that. But look, man, dope album. Let's just say overall it was a dope album though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like the best thing I ever heard, but it was lyrically, rapping, and topic wise, and it gave you different perspective. It was dope. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But I thought it was gonna be a little better though. How long he took and how much he's saying it's gonna like shake up the game and stuff. But I get maybe because so much hype was put on it, it made a lot of people be like, it could have been better. But if he just dropped it and didn't say nothing, it probably would have been a 10 to me. I don't know. It's sometimes perspective on how they talk about it beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. But they just like when I was at the talent show, when I was in like the 10th grade, and the person that was introducing me and my boy, on stage, the first thing she said was, this next group coming out is better than Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and Biggie Smalls put together. Biggie and Tupac put together. So they already had like big expectations for us to be this great. So no matter what we rap, it wasn't good enough because the person introduced us said we better than Tupac and Biggie and Jay-Z and all them put together. So yeah, so automatically booze and all that. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff. That was crazy. But anyway, we finna get to the first jersey though, man. We're talking about the J. Cole stuff, man, and I thought his album was dope, man. Thought it was pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to J. Cole, man. But this jersey finna pull out. This dude, he kind of remind me of J. Cole. Matter of fact, he do remind me of J. Cole, like damn near like the same person. And and why do I say that? When I'm talking about jerseys, this why. Man, Come on, man. The Patriots, Rwanda Patriots, man. The Rwanda Patriots. Yeah, man. It's a real authentic jersey right here, man. But who jersey is this though? And come on, man. This is a basketball African League team, man. It's a professional league basketball team, but it's in Africa. And who jersey is this? Let me let y'all look at this again. Let me let y'all get a look at it. Yeah, okay. Patriots, you know what I'm saying? Visit Rwanda. Yeah. Over there, man. Rwanda. Yeah, this is African League basketball jersey, man. But who is this though? This no other than the dude we were just talking about. J. Cole. Jermaine Cole. But y'all don't know the rapper J. Cole? Yeah. He played in the basketball African League, man. The professional basketball league in Africa. Yeah, man. He tried out for the team, made the team and all that. Yeah, man. You know, J. Cole, I don't know if y'all remember like the first or second episode of the Pullout Game, I pulled out J. Cole high school basketball jersey. Yeah, so this one he played in the African League. Right here, man. He tried out for the team, man. He took a little time off with his rapping and yeah, man, and got with the boys in the African League, man. So let's talk about J. Cole. This J. Cole all stick everything African Basketball League jersey, man. BAL, Basketball African League jersey. All stick everything J. Cole jersey, man. He just dropped the fall off. Yeah, man. He had to fall into the pullout game, man. Yeah. J. Cole, all stitch, everything, African League, basketball, African League jersey. This J. Cole jersey, Jermaine Cole. J. Cole, man, the rapper. That be with Drake, be around Drake and Kendrick and the big three and all that. But he don't be around them because they ain't kicking it, but you know, the rapper, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the best elite rappers to ever do it. Yeah, man, this J. Cole all stitch everything, man. Basketball African League jersey, man. What are we talking about here, man? This the pullout game, man. It's the pullout game. It's the pullout game right there. So yeah. Let's talk about J. Cole, man. Let's talk about J. Cole and his basketball career. Yeah, man. Look, man. J. Cole played basketball in high school and he was good and well, you know, J. Cole already admitted though that, you know, playing basketball, you know, he wasn't all the way like he was into it. You know what I'm saying? Cause he ended up getting like a little scholarship or got recruited to go to St. John's. But that didn't work out because he wasn't practicing. He already said it like, you know, while people like actually putting in real work and practice every day like that, I'm out here dribbling in the street, pretending like I'm Iverson and thinking that's good enough. That was his like type regiments that he was doing, and it wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of showed with the people over here putting the work in night and day, doing drills and suicides and this and that and all kind of stuff like that enhance their career. You know what I'm saying? Like getting in like 1,000 jump shots a day while you got J. Cole over here just trying to dribble all day and pretend like he Iverson crossovers in the street and thinking that's good enough doing that for like 30 minutes. That ain't gonna get it. So yeah, it didn't work out. You know, J. Cole was like, you know, he was always into like MCing and rapping. So he took on that. And then, you know, he got his deal and, you know, he got signed. You know, Jay-Z discovered him. For y'all don't know, he got discovered by Jay-Z, Rock Nation and them boys. But you know, J. Cole, if y'all look at J. Cole's career early on, like early on, you know, he had an album, I mean, you know, his mixtape, an album called The Warm Up. And then, you know, he had another cover called Friday Night Lights on his rap cover. And both of them covers, he had a basketball in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Like it was basketball related. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy though. Then he had his album, his debut album, The Cold World. He dropped that, and him with a Letterman jacket on, sitting on a bench in a basketball locker room. So his whole career, he was always into like basketball type of vibes. Like he always didn't want that to leave. Like he was always into basketball. Then 2012, he played in the Celebrity All-Star game, and he got a dunk in, and he was kind of standing out from the other celebrities that he could really ball. You know what I'm saying? And maybe somebody had hyped him up like a little bit after that. He had took some time off, and yeah, he got in the African Basketball League, man. Yeah, he got into that, and like people like Dennis Smith Jr. They played like some summer league games, and Dennis Smith Jr. said dude dropped like 45 points that game. He was just going crazy. They were playing like a lot around NBA type G League, like real seasoned players. And J. Cole dropped like 45 points. Then J. Cole tried to dunk in like a dunk contest for the NBA All-Star game. Or not NBA All-Star game, but NBA dunk contest. And in between takes, J. Cole tried to dunk. And I think he missed the dunk, but he was up there. But I think he had like his regular shoes on. He had like his jeans. He wasn't in no basketball gear, so I could tell like if he had like like some other kind of gear, basketball gear, he probably be able to dunk. But he didn't get the dunk, and he missed the dunk. But it what it is. I already seen him dunk before, like a couple years before that, so I know he's capable of dunking. But yeah, like I said, man, the warm up Friday Night Lights, and then another thing too, he had another album called The Off Season, and behind him he had a backboard that was on fire. Like all his covers related is like basketball related. You know what I'm saying? So that let you know he was heavy into basketball, and then he ended up trying out for the BAL Basketball African League. He made the team, and Puma gave him his own shoe. And yeah, he did his thing though, man. And he played like a couple games, and after then, I think he just gave it up. But he had got some advice from Master P, because Master P did the rapping and basketball thing. So he talked to Master P about advice, and I mean, yeah, man, come on, man. Dude was he was something serious, man. Like rapping he was, in basketball he was trying to get it out there. But like I said, J. Cole been putting in work in hip hop for a minute, man. And I'll say he a veteran, a legend / veteran. You could say. And they saying his album The Fall Off gonna be his last album. And I don't know how true that is, but I know J. Cole saying they're gonna be his last album. T.I. said after Kill the King album, he ain't coming out with no more music. A lot of the rappers that we actually listen to, they talking about they ain't gonna rap no more. They leaving it in the hands of all these mumble rappers. And I can't stand that, man. I'm sick of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I need a full-fledged doctor's excuse, because I'm just sick of it. Like, man. But yeah, I don't know what rap gonna be, hip hop gonna be in like the next 15, 20 years. I'm scared to even see it. Like, I don't even know they're gonna be actually making noise out their throat. They might just start like blowing their nose and putting it on music and talking about this the new wave of rap. I wouldn't be surprised like if I seen something like that. That's crazy. Just blowing their nose through the whole track and talking about, man, you heard what he sniffed out. You heard that. Oh, you heard that. That dude can't nobody sniff like that dude, man. He's an unbelievable sniffer. Like, and they gonna call that hip hop. They gonna call that the new rap. They gonna call that, I don't know what they gonna call it, but it just let me know that how bad rap done got, man. It done got terrible. I'm sorry, it just hell. You know what I'm saying? But and then you got like Glorilla's sister. She getting famous for being Glorilla's sister. Like, and she's famous like a famous person now. Like, the internet give anybody so much easy access to be like this microwavable fly overnight star. You know what I'm saying? That's why celebrityism ain't as fun no more. The C celebrity, because you see them all day, every day on the internet, every day, every little move. You know what I'm saying? You might have like a female rapper just on live, just combing her hair. What y'all doing? Or eating a steak or something. What y'all doing? got Clarissa Shield talking about Papoose upstairs. She's in the line like every 2 seconds. So like that ooh and ah or celebrityism, it ain't there no more. Like back in the day with a Michael Jackson, or back in the day with a Denzel Washington, or you know, well you see them, because they've been doing it all the year before the social media, but it just ain't the same no more, man. Like, cause you see celebrity all day, every day. If you see them in person, it's kind of like you just watching them on Instagram or something. So it's like, you know, I don't know, man. It just feel like people are numb to like the excitement of seeing celebrities now because they online all day, every day, acting like a goofy. So people just tired of all that stuff, man. But at the end of the day, man, J. Cole, I want to give J. Cole his props, man, for just even trying to go to the league. And he put up some buckets too, man. So, I mean, you just gotta show love just for him doing that, man. Like, dude did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know he's a hip hop artist first, but the fact that he joined the league, you know what I'm saying? And he was trying to continue his dream that he had in high school and St. John's College, and then made it. So, J. Cole, one of them people you can say he played at the high school level, at the college level, and then he played at the pro level. Like, he played at all three levels. Like, it was an African league, but it's a professional league, or this is a professional team. The same way they got the NBA in the United States, it's a professional team, the NBA. The BAL is the same professional league. It's professional, but it's African. It's an Africa league. So, yeah, so he played pro ball. This is his pro BAL basketball jersey. Basketball African League jersey. Pro jersey. You know what I'm saying? But what we finna do? Got to show the jersey again, man. Got to show the jersey again. Yeah, man. J. Cole. All State everything, man. Y'all see it. The Patriots, man. That's the name of my favorite football team. The New England Patriots. But this Patriot ain't nowhere near New England. No, this ain't Africa. You know what I'm saying? The Rwanda Patriots. Visit Rwanda. Then they ain't just got Rwanda on there. They said visit Rwanda. This the real authentic All-State everything jersey. Go look it up. And they say visit Rwanda. So it really, they talking about Rwanda, but then they, at the same time, they doing an advertisement too. Visit Rwanda. Like, y'all should visit here too. So they got an advertisement on the actual name of the jersey too. That's crazy. Come visit. J. Cole, man, all stitch, everything, man. Come on, man. Mr. Friday Night Lights, man. Mr. The Warm Up. Mr. Off Season. All them sports related names, man. So yeah, new album, The Fall Off. Yeah, so that's it, man. All State everything, J. Cole, man. What y'all know about this, man? It's J. Cole, man. Stop playing. Yeah, man. Like I said, this J. Cole, All State everything, basketball African League jersey. It's not to be played with. It's not a game, man. And J. Cole, a lot of people still getting on J. Cole because he made that diss track on Kendrick, and then he went ahead and apologized. He spoke about it, on the album too. A lot of people saying J. Cole, said he backed out that battle. He can't say one lyric about how he the greatest rapper or he'll out rap any rapper because he backed down with against Kendrick. So a lot of people saying they don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But this is my thing with that though. I feel like this. I feel J. Cole still can say that even though he did, back out of the Kendrick battle. This is why I feel he can say it though, because when he say he the best rapper, he probably not talking about the best battle rapper, like who can diss each other the best. He probably saying like, I lyrically can put words together better than any of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can story tell better than any of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he thinking more of the art of it, of like of rhyming. I can out rhyme y'all more than just I can out dish y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think J. Cole still saying like can't nobody like rap with him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I I I definitely can. But that's another story for another day. But J. Cole, man, at the end of the day, I rock with J. Cole. I like K. Dot, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake. He lost that battle so bad, and he's trying to sue the rap game for people making diss tracks on him, and then they say he got ghostwriters. So I really don't hold Drake in that category of like MC for making hits. Yeah, he one of the top ones that ever do. You know what I'm saying? The one of the top ones that ever even do this. But like MC, I'm an MC. Yeah, man, I respect hits, but I respect that pen game too, man. Like how good can you rhyme and rap and like use your head for real? So, but J. Cole, he dropped the Fallout album. It was dope. Um, I enjoyed it. You know, he had real high expectations on the album, man. It was like I said, I don't think it was a 10. I know to me it wasn't a 10, but at the end of the day, it was a great album though. So yeah, man, I just gotta say it like that, man. But look, this J. Cole, all stitch everything, basketball African League jersey. Let me ask y'all a question too. Do y'all think J. Cole should apologize? You think he should have did apology to Kendrick Lamar on stage like that? But at the end of the day, J. Cole ain't that type of dude that he really wanted to beef with Kendrick like that, cause J. Cole feel like if I'm gonna diss you, it gotta be something that you really did to me, not because you threw like a little small light jab on the song, and I gotta come back and make a diss track about you. So I I don't really hold him like a bad light of that too. By him apologizing. It just to me it is what it is. It gotta be something really out the box for me. Like, oh damn, he did that. Like, you know, I wouldn't have did that, but I don't hold him like in his bad space that he did it though. They just how he felt. You know what I'm saying? With Glorilla, when she didn't get the money to her sister, that's how she felt. Like at the end of the day, man, people got a right to feel how they feel and do how they want to do it, man. The social media is too much of like, everybody business and they need to however I feel, I think that's what they should do. Like, how that person feel that's watching, they want that person to do how I want to did that. They should have did this. They should have did that's so stupid. Like, man, you're not them. That's why you're not in their position. They was thinking different to get in their position. You know what I'm saying? In they profession and they field. And you're flipping burgers at Crystals, giving everybody the 4 for 4. You know what I'm saying? So, or the 5 for 5, whatever you want to call it. So, let these people live, man. These people go through enough every day with the limelight on them and going through this and that. And I ain't saying they got it real rough because they making all this money. But at the same time, let people live. Let people do what they want to do, how they want to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, J. Cole, man, like I said, he a beast. Said Fallout gonna be his last album. I think he just tired of the game and the politics and the mess and the long late nights or this and that. So I'm pretty sure J. Cole done made like money on top of money. I think he probably still be doing shows. He just ain't dropping no more albums. You know what I'm saying? So it what it is though, man. This J. Cole, all stitch everything, basketball African League jersey, man. His pro jersey. When I pulled the high school jersey, I told it y'all like long time ago. I got another J. Cole. Stay tuned. Y'all just gotta wait see what it is though. And I'm man of my word, man. This the new episode 73. And the episode 73, man. Like, come on, man. This how I'm gonna give it to y'all, man. This segment 3. But J. Cole, man. This J. Cole all stitch everything, man. African League jersey. Basketball African League jersey. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Come on, man. Who y'all know rocking this, man? Who y'all know got this, man? Well, I ain't rocking it either because I don't wear jerseys like that. I love jersey to death. I do. But I just the thought of like getting dirt on these jerseys or anything, I lose my mind, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I just showcase them, man. And then the podcast is a perfect platform to do that. So yeah, man. I did this, what I'm saying, for myself and for y'all, and what I'm saying, do my venting and talk my stuff. And I want to say this too real quick. I know they got nothing to do with nothing, but we talking, we venting. It's like our therapy sessions on here with jerseys, man. We talking all type of stuff. What I think, what would happen in this scenario or how this should turn out or my thoughts on it. It's like we talking. But look, man, this might sound whatever, but this my thoughts. Like, how people always say like, they was talking to themselves, or somebody see somebody talking to themselves, and they'll say to somebody else like, "Hey man, that dude or that female or that was talking to themselves." Or you'll ask somebody, "Do you talk to yourself sometimes?" And then some people they'll tell the truth, but like, "Yeah, I talk to myself." Even like people that's on drugs, they talk to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you got the thing or notion of people talking to themselves. But you know what? Crazy sound. I don't believe that people actually talk to themselves. Let me say it again. I don't believe that people actually talk to themselves, even though they're talking to themselves. And what I mean by that, I mean this. When you talk to yourself, it's a reason you're talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself because deep down, you're trying to get validation from somebody that you're talking, might be a voice or like a certain type of God you praise or something like that. Cause like when you pray, somebody could look at you from a distance and say you're talking to yourself, right? But you're not talking to yourself. You're praying. Like even like whenever you're praying on your own, it looks like you're talking to yourself, but you're not talking to yourself. You're praying. So yourself is not talking to self. It's talking to like like another spirit or something. Cause when you're talking to yourself, you're trying to get validation from somebody somewhere. That's why you're talking to yourself. You're not talking. At the end of the day, you're not talking to yourself because for this simple fact. Why would you talk to yourself when self already know what you're going through? Self already know what's going on with you. So deep down, you're not really talking to yourself. You're talking to a higher power. Even like people that's on drugs, they say they talk to themselves because they're not really talking to themselves. They say they hear voices. They hear like a other dimension of spirits and stuff, and they talk to them. When people say they on ecstasy pills and stuff, they talk to themselves. They start hearing voices. They start hallucinating. So you're never ever always talking to yourself. It might be a crazy reason or whatever, but you're talking because you're trying to get validation from another voice. Because yourself already know what you're going through. So why would you be talking to yourself? You already know what you got going on. Even you're crazy, people that's on drugs and on crack cocaine and all that, you see people talk to themselves in the street, they're not talking to themselves. They're validating and channeling a spirit that they're talking to. You know what I'm saying? So just like you got a regular person, like they're just talking to themselves. Well, I could see you could say you talk to yourself when you're trying to make like a grocery list and you talking out loud like that. People talk out loud, but I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people that's in deep thought and just really talking to themselves. Like you're trying to channel something to get validation from another higher power or energy or spirit. And that's why you're talking to yourself. You're going through stuff. You're talking. Yourself is not talking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's you channel it from somebody else. But that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might say I'm wrong or I'm totally right. I never thought of nothing like that. But why would you talk to yourself when yourself, even though you're on drugs, yourself already know what you're going through? It's a voice deep down that you're trying to get validation or approval from, or you're trying to talk through. It could be a bad spirit, it could be a good spirit, it It could be any kind of energy in your body that you're channeling that you're talking to. Yourself never talking to self. Because yourself already knows what you're going through. So why would you talk to yourself when that's not going to help anything when you're talking to somebody? You know what I'm saying? But it's just my thoughts, my opinions. You know what I'm saying? Pull out game, all stick, everything. You already know the vibes, man. You know the vibe. But look, man, this J. Cole, it's like for instance now, you know, I'm on camera. You can say I'm talking to myself, right? But I'm technically not talking to myself because I'm talking for y'all to hear it when it drops. When this video drops, I'm talking to myself, of course, but I'm doing it for a reason. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking for a purpose because I know y'all going to hear it. So my point is, when you talk to yourself, you're not really talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself for a purpose or validation of like or inner spirit that you're trying to channel, to, you know, to get your approval on how you feel. But that's just me though. That's just how I think. You know what I'm saying? But it's what it is. This your boy Hen checking in, finna check out. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? But this J. Cole all still everything. You know what I'm saying? Basketball African League jersey, man. Shout out to J. Cole. And if fall off, you know what I'm saying, to fall off your last album, you did your thing, man, in the hip hop game, and kudos to you, man. You know, doing your thing, trying to try out in basketball, trying to indulge in that song again. And like Master P did, I pulled out the Master P jersey too, man. The All State Everything Toronto Raptors, All State Everything Charlotte Hornet jersey. Stop playing with your boy, man. It's the pullout game. Well, you know, it don't stop there. But look, we got celebrity authentic jersey that they actually play real sports in. So you just never know you're gonna get those. You've been getting them all through the channel, man. Like on a lot of episodes, through the episodes, man. Not on every episode, but you just gotta watch. You just never know when I'm gonna pull out, man. But this J. Cole All State Everything Professional Basketball African League jersey. Stop playing with your butt. But yeah, I'm out. Y'all hold that thing down, man. Y'all stay tuned for episode 74 and then going down the major way. Because I don't play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm done for the day. Y'all hold that thing down, man. All State Everything. J. Cole, authentic J. Cole, All State Everything, Basketball African League jersey. Can't say it enough. But that's what it is, man. Y'all hold that thing down, man. Y'all be easy. I appreciate all my subscribers. I love y'all to death, man. Appreciate all the comments. You know, all the love, all the likes, all the shares. Everything is appreciated, man. Let your people know. Like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Much appreciated. And thank y'all, man. I couldn't have did it without y'all. Y'all hold that thing down. I'm out.
When drinking angry, the same with a mama. Pain with no gain is a bummer. Hit you with sticks.